Hello everyone and welcome to It Goes Off Wrap of the Round. We've just finished round 16 and welcome back to the winners column, do we say, to the Wollongong Hawks and Grantley Bernard. Some interesting results. Talk us through all the winners and losers.
Interesting results as always, and it started with the New Zealand Breakers 91 over the Melbourne Tigers 77. Wilkinson 21, Abercrombie 13 for the Breakers. Dillon and Rush had 18 apiece. The Breakers got 6 players in double digits in this one and shot a neat 34 of 68 from the field, which is exactly 50%. They went 51-32 over the middle 2 quarters, and that pretty much spelled the end for the Tigers. Cairns Taipans 74, Wollongong Hawks 80. The Hawks are back. Wilson and Warren, the imports for the Taipans, did a good job, but it wasn't enough to keep out the Hawks. Foreman with 13 and Conrad 12 points on 5 of 7 field goals. Did a good job in a spread load for the Hawks. They had 6 double-figure scorers. They went 6 of 15 on threes, which is a pretty good effort, and only 8 turnovers, so they looked after the ball. Sydney Kings 75 lost to the Perth Wildcats 76 in a tight one. Grant 17 points on 7 of 12 field goals and 8 boards. Anatoly Boast, the Sydney Sound Machine, had 16 and 10, and Madgen 16 as well. Neville, Redditch and Wagstaff were good for the Wildcats. The Kings missed 16 free throws in this one. Oh, no. They went just 18 of 34 from the charity stripe. Sean Redditch scored the last basket of the game from an offensive rebound with 3 minutes 4 seconds left to put the Wildcats ahead. Graham Dan missed 2 free throws with 1 second left for the Kings. Could have sent it to overtime or won the game. The Gold Coast Blaze made it 2 in a row when they beat the Melbourne Tigers 92-78. Gibson with 23 and Worthington 19 for the Blaze. Ronnie Dorsey 24 points on 8 of 11 field goals for the Tigers. Myron Allen on his NBL debut for the Tigers, 13 points and 8 assists. The Tigers have now lost 5 in a row. The Blaze shot at 52% and they led 50-32 at the half, giving them a comfortable buffer to carry through. Townsville Crocodile 65 just got home over the Wollongong Hawks 63. Blanchfield with 15 points on 6 of 7 field goals and 8 boards. Mims with 12 points for the Crocs. For the Hawks, Oscar Foreman, 16 points to celebrate his 30th birthday. And Conrad again, 16 points on 8 of 13 field goals with 9 boards. The Crocs did not shoot a free throw in this game. An NBL record, 0 free throws. The Hawks, by comparison, were 9 of 14 from the charity stripe. The Crocs got the edge here with 28-14 points in the paint, and their 16-9 fourth quarter was the big difference. Eddie Gill hit the game winner with 4 seconds left. Finally, the Adelaide 36-75, the Cairns Taipans 87, Way and Johnson for the Sixers at home, but Wilson and Loughton came up big for the Taipans, who got a pretty good road win. They shot 50% from the field here and, put the Sixers away with a 30-22 fourth quarter. The Sixers dug their own grave a little bit with 19 turnovers against 11 assists.
Yes, good result by the Taipans, bouncing back from that loss to the Wollongong Hawks. Let's take a look at the NBL ladder, and at the top of the table, it's been this way for some time, and it's hard to think that these two teams won't occupy the top 2 spots. The New Zealand Breakers and the Perth Wildcats up the top. Townsville Crocs at 9 and 6. Haven't played all that many games, but still playing some very good basketball. Great work by Eddie Gill hitting that game winner. The Cairns Taipans hanging on to 4th spot. And then there's a race. Your Gold Coast Blaze, you're almost ready to talk about them, Grantley Bernard, after they've won 2. He's going to remain silent until they get 1 more, but they're at 8 and 8 and thereabouts. 9 and 11 for the Melbourne Tigers. Ironically, they had to play 9 games in the month of January, but over February and March, they only have to play 8 games. So they've got through a busy schedule, but there's been some casualties along the way. Sydney Kings 8 and 11, 2 heartbreaking back-to-back losses they've had. Playing some good basketball, but just not able to get the wins. The Adelaide 36 is at 5 and 12, and the Wollongong Hawks at 4 and 13. But some good news for the Wollongong Hawks this weekend with Ayinde Ubaka making his first appearance for the Hawks. Exciting times ahead. If you want more information on all the goings on in round 16 and have a look at what's to come in round 17, check out the extended version of It Goes Off.